Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black people. I hope that all is well in your world. And this day was a very, very good day for you and all of your wonderful, 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 wonderful black loved ones. Beautiful black people. Beautiful, beautiful black people. Beautiful black people. Know that the real patriots here on this plantation called America are black folks, people that look like me. Do you know that for 400 years, dead black bodies, victims, have been discarded? Do you know that the soil, the rich soils in the South, in Georgia, in South Carolina, in Mississippi, in Louisiana, in Arkansas, those rich soils have been fertilized by the discarded, just casually, of dead black bodies. My beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters, the real patriots are black folks. Black folks in this country, many of them were born into slavery. But through it all, black folks, my ancestors, your ancestors, continued to believe, to press on for a brighter day, to try to bring this country to a place where it would live up to the words that says all men are created equal. Many of our ancestors were stolen from their homeland in Africa and placed into slavery. Through all of that, brave, courageous black folks, although enslaved, they still offered resistance. They became abolitionists. They worked a secret underground railroad. They devised ways to attain their freedom. Out of all of the brutality, the beatings, the family separations, being sold on the market like a commodity, black folks continued to love this country. Black folks continued to hope that someday this country would live up to its promises. Black folks fought in wars: the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the war in Afghanistan, Iraq, etc., etc. Always retaining the hopes, always offering resistance to discrimination, to being treated as a second-class citizen, our black ancestors pressed on. They always retain their hope. Through all of the suffering of black slaves, black men and women, at the hands of these butcher, white racist doctors, using black slaves as guinea pigs to discover, to try their ridiculous medical experiments. Through all of that, our ancestors, our black ancestors, still hoped, still fought, still offered resistance, still believed that someday this country would live up to its promises. Through all of the public lynchings, more than 5,000 of them, through all of the Jim Crow laws for 100 years, suffering, being dismembered, being chewed up by dogs that was owned by the slave patrol that was out looking for runaway slaves. All of those atrocities could not erase, could not stop the expansion of hope that was in the minds and in the hearts of our enslaved black ancestors, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. Through the war on drugs, through the civil rights movement in the mid-50s, through the mid-1960s, all of the beatings, attacks by racist white folks, all of the beatings by racist white folks using billy clubs, allowing dogs to bite and chew the black protesters up. Many protesters was murdered. Many civil rights workers was kidnapped, beaten to death, publicly lynched, murdered, shot dead, etc., etc. Through it all, black folks suffered. Black folks retained their hope, their belief that someday this plantation called America would live up to its promises. Through all of the voter ID laws, the poll taxes, the sharecropping schemes, through all of the destruction of successful black businesses, all of the destruction of successful black towns, black communities by envious, hateful, racist white folks. Black folks picked up the pieces and carried on, survived. Black folks survived. We are survivors, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. We have always made a way out of no way. We have always made a way out of no way. And we're still doing it today. The real patriots on this plantation called America are black folks, were black folks back then, are black folks now, and will continue to be black folks as we go forward, because we are survivors. We are real men and women. The real men and women on this plantation called America are black folks. We have survived all of the vicious obstacles, atrocities, treatment, killings, murders, dismemberment, castration, rapes, sodomy. All of that has been brought upon black folks by racist, delusionist white folks. But we survived it. We are survivors. They destroyed all of our black businesses, our black communities. They devised methods to prevent black folks from obtaining health care. They devised methods to keep black folks from getting health care and medical treatment. We still survived. We still survive. We are survivors. We will survive, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. After being economically marginalized for 244 years now, we have been economically marginalized. We have been politically disenfranchised. But still today, in September of 2020, the real patriots in America are black folks, people that look like me. We have paid the price. We have carried on. We have taken all of the punishment, all of the racism, all of the Jim Crow laws and abuse, all of the public lynching, all of the discrimination, all of the white privilege, all of the institutional racism, all of the systemic racism. And still today, we are still surviving through all of the public lynching of unarmed black folks by racist white cops, through all of the racist policies that are created by the white supremacy believing Republican Party. All of the bullshit that Trump and his administration have put upon black folks and people of color in the past 4 years. We have survived. We have still survived. And we will survive as we go forward, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. The real patriots are black folks. We are real patriots because we are better. We are better than they are. We are better than they are. We are real patriots because we love America more than they do. We are not destroying our democracy. We are not preventing American citizens from voting. We are not allowing a COVID-19 pandemic to kill black folks and brown folks. We are not creating policies that will hurt, deprive, marginalize white folks or any folks. We are the real patriots. We are the real men and women right here on this plantation called America. The real patriots are black folks, people that look like me. The real men and women in America, of America, are black folks, people that look like me. No other racial group have survived the atrocities that black folks have. No other race of folks, dead bodies, have fertilized these rich soils of this plantation called America. No other racial group, through all of that, maintained hope, offered resistance, pressured the powers that be that changes must be made. And change has occurred right here on this plantation called America because of the resistance, the demands that black folks made. Not white folks, not brown folks, by black folks. It is black folks that have forced the powers, this white racist power machine in America, to perfect changes that have benefited all Americans, not just black Americans, all Americans. We are the real patriots. We are the real men and women. That's all I have on this one.